fry them up. Oh yeah. Hey everybody, this is Fry. So happy New Year's. We are going to be going through in this video every single zombie hero, and I'll be showing you what is the best deck for each zombie hero. So what you're going to see really quickly right now is a little montage just giving you the, each zombie hero and the deck list, so you can sort of pause the video in the middle if you want to just copy down the deck list. I'm kind of doing this just to make it easy for people who just want to see the deck list at first. So then I'm going to go through each deck, explain a little bit, just what the deck is about, how to play it, and then I will show you one match from each of these decks. So it'll be one match per hero, so you'll see how the deck actually plays out in a real game. So here it is. I hope you enjoy, and happy 2017. Alright, so now I'm going to go through these decks one at a time, and I will explain a little bit how to play the decks, etc. So we are going to start off with the Tomb Raider Super Brains. I'm going to be doing these heroes in order, kind of in the order that they appear when you're making a new deck. So anyway, so this is the Tomb Raider deck for Super Brains. This is a Gravestone deck, so you're really trying to start off with Headstone Carver on turn 1. Turn 2, play one of your 2-cost gravestones. Turn 3, one of your 3-cost gravestones, and etc. One of the things about the tempo of this deck is, especially if you play Swashbuckler on turn 2, they're going to have to really deal with it, because Swashbuckler, every single time it damages the opposing hero, it starts growing more and more, so they have to deal with that. So then you can really get him, let's say with the Stealthy Imp, the next turn, or Line Dancing, so that's, even more damage. This thing does 6 damage to if it's hitting phase. Okay, so now they have to deal with that, so then you come in with your Tomb Raider, and when this hits phase, so now this is going to spawn a random gravestone or random lane. That's sort of the tempo you kind of want to play the game at. They always have to deal with the last gravestone that you played, and you play the next one, which is even more powerful. Otherwise, we have the combo of Pogo Zombie, which Pogo Bouncer, which it bounces a plant, and if you use Mix of Gravedigger after that, it will put all the Pogos back in, and they'll pop back out of gravestones and bounce something. Finishers, we have the Shark, the Plankwalker. The Shark's really nice to put on the board when all of the gravestones. So you have kind of all your gravestones set up, and then they'll all make very favorable trades, because the Shark will destroy any plant that is hurt by a zombie. So just additions to this deck, I really at the last minute added in 2 copies of Backyard Bounce. I feel like this is actually really good in this deck. There's so many cards in this deck you really want to hit phase. Could be the Swashbucklers, the Stealthy Imps, and particularly the Tomb Raiders. So just having a little extra bounce I found was very, very effective in this deck and get a lot of value. Finish them off with the Plankwalker, pretty straightforward. This is a very good deck. Alright, we are going to move them right along to the Smash. So this will be the one pet deck you'll see in this lineup. This is definitely, of all the pet decks in the game, the Smash is definitely the best one because of the card Camel Crossing. Camel Crossing adds so much value to this. It is a pet trick. It also gives all your little pets extra health. Usually they'll become pretty weak, and giving them extra health is so good. And of course, since it's a pet trick, so it does trigger Cat Lady and Zookeeper. So again, you start off with your Cat Ladies. It grows every single time you play a pet. Zookeeper makes all of them grow. Again, just a concern, usually don't play Cat Lady on turn 1 dry. Don't play Zookeeper on turn 2 dry. I always repeat that, but I can't emphasize it enough. I see so many people making that mistake. So you really would like to play Cat Lady together with a pet, or Zookeeper maybe on turn 3 together with another pet, and the 4 copies of Turkey Rider are very good in this deck, even though they could be replaced with other, 2-cost, let's say, pets, but they're definitely the best pick for, something to play. You can just definitely play Turkey Rider on dry on turn 2. It's a really great play. So running a couple Weed Sprays, running 1 copy of Yeti. I've actually gone away from running too many Yetis in pet decks like this, because you really want to keep, even though it can keep on bouncing on and off the board and keep charging your Cat Lady, very often in decks like this, in this style, or anyway we have a lot of finishers in the late game, you kind of want to keep your minions on the board and keep them doing damage, so you can really come in with the Gargs and finish them off quickly. This is definitely an aggressive deck. So we got our removal, and we just have this huge lineup of Gargs. What exactly is in the end game is not as important as the fact that you have very heavy late game, and especially the 4 copies of Smashing Garg is probably the best thing in the late game here. The Octo Zombies, of course, are also pets. Usually it's not, you know, you actually get pet synergy. Sometimes you do out of these. Usually it's just a huge 8/8 with, you know, Frenzy, Afterlife, Amphibious, the whole package. So again, this is a great deck. It's probably not like the top tier deck in the game, but it definitely is powerful, and it's certainly the best pet deck out there from all the Beastie Heroes. Because of Camel Crossing. Alright, we're going to move right along. Oh, this is a really great deck here. Gravestone Splash. We're going to make it splash. The reason this is called Gravestone Splash is because it's a Gravestone deck with a lot of splash damage. We have Headstone Carver. The 2-drop Gravestone for Impfinity that he brings to the table is Newspaper. Newspaper, of course, every single time, even if it takes a little bit of damage, it gets extra 4 attack. So you can definitely try to play Headstone Carver on turn 1, play one of your turn 2 Gravestones on turn 2, with your 2-cost Gravestones on turn 2. And on turn 3, you can either play a 3-cost Gravestone, or you can try to make it splash by playing Firework Zombie, which will buff up the Newspaper. Fireworks, of course, does a little damage to every single minion on the board, including your own. Also have the 3 copies of Deadbeard, which Deadbeards also charge the Newspaper Zombies. You want your Newspaper Zombies to be on the right, and your Deadbeards to be, let's say, on the left, so the Deadbeards will explode. The Newspaper Zombie will still be able to attack that turn when the Deadbeard dies. So it's very similar to the other Gravestone decks, though. You definitely make them play on turn 2, and you play another play on turn 3, and then you maybe turn 4 play, running 4 copies of Chicketing just to add some field clear. We're running 4 copies of Pogo with the 2 copies of Mixed Up Gravedigger. It's just a great combo. Every single time the Pogo pops out of Gravestone, it bounces. So if you stick it back into a Gravestone with the Mixed Up Gravedigger, it'll pop out and, you know, trigger that again. Another amazing combo in this deck, though, and this deck utilizes this card, the Sharktronic, Zombot Sharktronic sub. Look what this card does. Every single time a plant gets hurt, you destroy it, and then this will grow. And this is also amphibious, you can play it over in the water. So really, you want to try to play this together with Barrel of Deadbeards. When Barrel of Deadbeards explodes, it will annihilate all plants off the board. Again, it doesn't destroy your own zombies when they get hurt, only plants. Also, playing this together with Fireworks as a combo. Also playing this with Chickening as a combo, because that'll damage all the plants and destroy them. So that's amazing. Running 3 copies of Plankwalker for the big finish. This is a very good deck. I would give this 10 out of 10. Alright, let's move on. Moving right on. And we're going to go to Rustbolt. Rustbolt, we are running a Rustbolt Trickster deck. Of all the Trickster decks I'm playing today, this is actually, this is probably the worst of the 3, but it's still a very good deck and a very powerful deck. So we're playing this sort of more of a tempo pace. Starting off with your Paparazzi and some tricks, you really want to get your Tricksters in your starting hand in this deck. Use your tricks and your Landscapers and your Weed Sprays, Rolling Stones, Rockets, everything really just to stall for time until you come in with your Tricksters at the end of the game. They usually end up doing the brunt of the damage. We are running 2 copies of Shield Crusher just to be able to, you know, every single time it attacks the opponent's hero, it will make their block meter become completely empty, so it really sets up well for the Trickster. Teleporting this in is also very useful. Running 1 copy of the Undying Pharaoh just to add some extra protection, just in case you need to survive a little bit until your Tricksters come in and finish off your opponent. This is a great deck, quite powerful, and yeah, I'll give it about 9 out of 10. Alright, moving right along. We are going to do the 5th zombie here, which is Tempo Boogaloo. So with this deck, we are going to try to utilize, sort of similar to the Impfinity deck I was talking about before, we are going to utilize the synergy with the Barrel of Deadbeard. So with no 1-drops in this deck, it wasn't necessary. You don't actually need 1-drops with Boogaloo, since anyway 50% of his powers deal 3 damage, so he's usually pretty good at dealing with things on turn 1. So you're basically playing your Barrel of Deadbeards or your Newspaper on 2, coming with Fireworks on turn 3, then it'll either trigger your Barrel of Deadbeards to explode, create that, of course it'll do some splash damage and create that 4/3 Captain Deadbeard here. Also it triggers your Newspaper Zombies. We're running 2 copies of Squirrel in this deck just because this deck is weak against Nut decks or very high health decks. Nut decks or Hibernating Berry, so this is very often running a couple copies of this just for any lack of any better cards that really cost 2 in this deck. But it really does come in handy just because of, you want to add in cards to every single deck that sort of helps you with that deck's weaknesses, and this deck is weak against Nuts. So we're running 3 copies of Loudmouth. It's just a nice solid 3-cost card. Gives a zombie, so it itself can become a 3/3. Can also be used to buff your Squirrel or your Newspaper, especially the Newspaper. If you play Newspaper on turn 2 and come with the Loudmouth on turn 3, so the Newspaper could theoretically become 3 attack, 6 health, and it'll grow every single time it's hit. So that's really good. Running a copy of Valkyrie, it's just a nice solid card. I like running 1 copy, basically, of Valkyrie, and you know, most of my non-Gravestone, let's say crazy decks, that's really good. So we are running 1 copy Orchestra Conductor just to sort of buff up your Newspapers or anything else you're playing early on in the game. In case you didn't really get a combo with the Fireworks, it's nice to have just the 1. I'm just running the 1 copy in here. It's also very good if you happen to get Swabbies. Swabbies also can benefit from Firework Zombie, you know, just because every single time Swabby Launcher gets hit, it'll spawn this little 1/1. So having an Orchestra Conductor to then go and capitalize and, you know, give all the Swabbies a little bit of extra attack with this. Of course, it gives +2 attack to all minions on the board. It's pretty good. We're running 2 copies of the Overstuffed Zombie. It's just a nice solid 4-drop. Not any real synergy with this deck, but this deck you're really trying to start finishing. The early game is kind of stall for time, get it damage in, and you're really, you know, the big finish in this deck, of course, is the late game. This also works very well with the Maniacal Laugh that's coming up. Running Chicketing, 4 copies of Chicketing, some Field Clear, some hard removal, and then you come in turn 5 with the Gargs. We have, you know, five Gargs that cost 5 cost. Turn 6, I'm sporting actually just 1 Gargantuar, Deep Sea Gargantuar, and 2 Maniacal Laughs. Maniacal Laughs, of course, give a minion 5 and Frenzy, so it works, you know, any minion you have on the board, this will definitely make it extremely powerful. We are running a copy of Nurse just to, it's a nice powerful minion and also heals you just to stall for time until you can get to your Octo Zombies. And running in this deck 3 copies of Octo Zombie. So this is the big finish. This whole deck almost revolves around kind of building up and finishing them off with your Octo Zombies, even though you do have a lot of other cards in this deck, of course, that can finish off opponents, so you don't necessarily need them. Alright, so this is a pretty good deck, and we're going to move right along to Brain Freeze. And all these sneaky heroes, basically, I'm going to be doing Gravestone decks with. Gravestone decks they're so powerful and so versatile, so we're going to go, I like calling this the Aggro Brain Freeze, just because we have a couple copies of Maniacal Laugh, etc. So again, trying to play Headstone Carver on turn 1, one of your 2-cost Gravestones on 2, a 3-cost on 3, you keep on building up. I like having Loudmouth, running 1 copy of Smelly Zombie just to add a little more removal into this deck. Trying to bounce them on 4, play your Plankwalker, so the tempo, you know, they have to deal with your 2-cost Gravestone, you put a more powerful one, your Stealthy Imp, for example. They need to deal with the Stealthy Imp, you get them with the Tomb Raiser. Tomb Raiser will make a random Gravestone whenever it hits phase. So we also have of course, the Pogo combo with the mixed-up Gravedigger. Pogo bounces a zombie when it pops out of a Gravestone, and the mixed-up Gravedigger will put the Pogos back into all your zombies back in, and they'll pop back out, and the Pogos will actually be able to bounce something another time. So again, in Gravestone decks, if you happen to not start off with Headstone Carver, we do have some catch-up mechanisms. Smelly Zombie is a good catch-up card, but really the Pogo Bouncers can really get you back into the tempo of the game if you happen to fall behind. That's really the catch-up mechanism for all Gravestone decks in general. So of course, running 2 copies of Maniacal Laugh, 2 copies of Shark, really good to just put on the board after all your Gravestones are set up, and for the big finish, 3 copies of Plankwalker. So again, this is a nice, solid deck, kind of like the Rats in this deck, and you know, that's the other 2-cost Gravestones. Not a super powerful card, but usually they have to actually take something and put it in front of the Rats when you play it, because if they're a smart player, they're going to be playing around, Swashbuckler. Anyway, it's a pretty good deck. We're going to move right along here. We're going to move on to probably the most powerful in terms of sheer power. This will be the best deck in the game, both plants and zombies combined, and that is the infamous, but very fun to play and extremely effective Professor Pay-to-Win. This deck has the whole package. The beginning of the game is a bunch of tricks plus the Deadbeard Fireworks combo that was, you know, it's tons of field clear. You want to play Deadbeard on 2, Fireworks on 3. It'll annihilate basically everything your opponent plays in the early game. You got Rockets to deal with the big minions. You got Chickening just in case, you know, you can Deadbeard on 2, Fireworks on 3, and then Chickening on 4. That'll clear them out. The main point in this deck, though, is to try to get your Tricksters out, so running tons of little tricks. Teleport Trickster, of course, is a combo. If you teleport in a Trickster, it'll do a bonus attack, does 6 damage, and it'll do 6 more damage. And there's almost no amount of health your opponent can have that will make them safe from this deck, because you can burst them down with Teleport, Trickster, bonus attack. You can take out 18 health in one turn. running a couple copies of the shield crushing zombie just to be able to, you know, it's really good to be able to manipulate your opponent's block meter, kind of drain it. Definitely key times, and you can finish them off with trickster that way. This, in terms of sheer power, having the best early game strategy, which is the Deadbeard combo, and the best late game strategy in the game, which is tricksters, makes this deck the full package. This is the most powerful deck in the game. I would actually almost rate this 11 out of 10, except the fact that this deck has very clear weaknesses. The weaknesses are Mirror Nut, Black Eyed Pea, and Brainana. So decks that have those three things are the silver bullets to this deck. You can actually check out in YouTube. I have a whole video. It's actually 2 videos in the high ranked deck series and how to beat this deck, how to, you know, we were able to beat Professor Pay to Win about 80-90% of the time. It was amazing, so you can check out that video in terms of how to beat this, but in terms of overall power, this is definitely the most powerful deck in the game. So we are going to move right along to Immorticia. Immorticia, this is also going to be another trickster deck, and it is again another really powerful deck. It's not quite as powerful maybe as the Professor Brainstorm, but it is very powerful and actually has less weaknesses. It's harder to exploit than the Professor Pay to Win. So I'll give this deck 10 out of 10 itself. So you're playing this more, I call this the tempo trickster, since you're playing more on a tempo pace. You want to come in with your paparazzis on turn 2, don't play it on turn 1, play it on turn 2, and use like Nibble or Lunchbox to protect it if you have those in your hand. We're running the Beam Me Ups. Again, you're trying to get Trickster in your starting hand here. We're running the Beam Me Ups, and you're really using your teleports on your Vampires. Teleport Vampire on turn 4 is such a great play. This, of course, is a Frenzy, and it gets 2/2 and destroys a plant. So if they have any little plants, especially if they have a little Shroom for 2 on the board, teleport Vampire in. They're not going to be able to do anything about it, and this will chomp through. A lot of times the Vampires themselves can win games. It's such a great combo that only Immorticia can pull off. Teleport, Vampire. Running copy Vitamin Z, it's just good to kind of buff up either your Beam Me Ups you played on 2 or your Paparazzis you played on 2. Running 1 copy of the Yeti, it's a good control card. I used to run more in this deck. I kind of took out 1 or 2 for a couple other cards, but it gives Lunchboxes in your hand, so the Lunchbox is a trick, so it buffs the Trickster. The Lunchbox also is a trick, so it buffs the Paparazzi. Just so much synergy in this deck. We're doing the 1 copy of the Overstuffed Zombie. Even though there's not much synergy in this deck, I guess you could teleport it in, but it's good to just have at least one 4-drop in this deck. Kind of look at this deck and said, hey, there's no 4-drop, so put that in. I'm running 2 copies of Halocopter, so it is a trick, so it works well with the Paparazzis. It also buffs the Trickster. You could use Shield Crushing Vikings, Shield Crusher Vikings instead of the Helicopters. It just seems like there's so many targets already that you want to teleport in with all the Vampires and the Overstuffed Zombie and the Tricksters that I would sort of rather do the 2 copies of Helicopter, but you know, if you have Shield Crusher Vikings, those could easily be better. And of course the 4 copies of Trickster, finishing off your opponent in case so many ways to win with this deck. And in case your Vampires and your Paparazzis the Paparazzis grow so quickly in this deck. In case they don't win, you're going to come with the Trickster and finish them off. This is just a great deck, one of my favorite decks in the game, Immorticia. It really doesn't work without the Tricksters though. Alright, we're going to move along to Z-Mech. So this is interesting. This is a very recent deck that I'm using here. Z-Mech, we're going to call this Tempo Z-Mech. You're really trying to keep the tempo in the game, even though we don't have any turn 1 plays, but you're playing your Deadbeards or your Newspaper on 2. Trying to come in with Fireworks on 3, it's really good. We're running 3 copies of the Bomb Exploding Imp. It does, you know, it's a 6/1, explodes at the end of the turn. It does 1 damage to itself, so you can protect it with Camel Crossing actually, but it's just because Z-Mech's weakness in general is it doesn't have any big removal, so it's kind of nice to have a few bomb imps just in case your opponent plays something insanely huge. These Sumo Zombies are good at sort of manipulating the board. They can also help trigger your Barrel of Deadbeards. If your Barrel of Deadbeards is sort of sitting there, the Sumo Zombie can then on turn 3, let's say, move something over to trigger the Barrel of Deadbeards, so that's really nice. Have a couple of Valkyries, just a nice solid card. Running a couple of Kings, just, you know, you end up having a lot of minions on the board come to turn 4, so the Kings can be very useful. Some Chickening, some Field Clear. We're going to go with 3 Chickenings and 2 Weed Sprays, just kind of cover all the bases, you know. Low health minions, you want to go with the Chickening, obviously, and if it's low attack minions, you go with the Weed Spray, so very good at Field Clear, this deck. Definitely. So turn 5, just nice solid 4 copies of Swabby, running 2 copies of Monster Mash just to help all of your minions again when they're on the field grow. running one copy of the Coffee Zombie. So the Coffee Zombie will give all of your minions frenzy and a little extra attack, a little extra health. So again, if you have your Deadbeards and your buffed up newspaper zombies and everything else in this deck on the board, it's really nice to then come in with the Coffee Zombie. Running one copy of this card, Undying Pharaoh, just to keep you alive, staying alive. And the big finishers in this deck is the Rodeo Garg. Nice huge cards, Gravestone, Move a Plant, Manipulation, works well with everything in this deck. And this guy right over here, the Wannabe Hero. You usually end up with a nice amount of health with this deck by the time you come to turn 7. So this will, be a card that they really have to use hard removal on, or else this will just take over the game. 6 attack, extra health for every health you have, and it has Frenzy. So again, this deck is okay. Z-Mech has a lot of weaknesses, not having any hard removal, not having any amphibious minions. The late game is somewhat strong. It's pretty actually weak compared to all the other decks I'm actually featuring today. So Z-Mech has always been a struggle. I really hope Z-Mech gets buffed. But again, for Z-Mech, this is an effective deck. It's very powerful. And instead of having hard removal, you can really control the game with all the splash damage and the chickenings and the fireworks barrel of Deadbeard. So all right. So this was the second to last deck. We're going to move on to the last deck, which has always been one of my favorites, and it's good on all levels of the game, and that is, of course, Gravestone Neptuna. I like calling this Tomb Raiser Neptuna, just because it's kind of featured Tomb Raiser in this deck. It's sort of the one of the key cards, really, the nice super rare that's in this deck. So again, it's a Gravestone deck. You're going to start off with Headstone Carver on turn 1. I like Fishy Imps actually on turn 2. I feel like the extra damage Fishy Imps adds to the board actually ends up being better than Toxic Waste Imp. I was running Toxic Waste Imps in the deck and feel like it just need a little more damage over there in that water lane. So turn 2, you have great Gravestone, Sumo, Swashbuckler. Turn 3, then they have to deal with your, let's say your Swashbuckler, whatever you played on turn 2. You come in then on turn 3 with your Stealthy Imp, your Line Dancing Zombie. They have to deal with that, so you come with the Tomb Raiser and you really bust them with that. We have some field clear. We have a copy of Monster Mash, since a lot of times all of your minions kind of get on the board, especially if your Tomb Raiser hits face and spawns a Gravestone. So the Monster Mash can really come in and kind of finish your opponent off. It buffs all the minions that you have on the board, of course. Extra 2 attack and extra 2 health. It's really great. We have the Pogo Zombie combo with the Mix-Up Gravedigger again. So the Mix-Up Gravedigger will stick the Pogos back in. They'll pop back out of Gravestones, the Pogos, and then they'll bounce a plant a second time. You can get it. It's a really great combo to pull off. In the end, we're running a copy of Undying Pharaoh just to keep you alive, staying alive, and you can't die while Undying Pharaoh's on the board. Running 2 copies of Sharks, really good to just play this once all your minions are on the board. Creates favorable trades. Any plant that gets hurt while this is on the board dies, and the Shark gets buffed up. And of course, the big finish, you're running a couple copies of this card, the Zombot Plankwalker, just for the big finish. This deck is very great overall. This probably is the best Gravestone deck still. This one and Impfinity, I would say, pretty close to each other. So, alright guys, that is the end of the explanation of the heroes. Now you will see one game with every single one of these decks. They did amazing when I was playing with them, so I hope you enjoyed the video until now, and here's the rest. I hope you enjoy it too. And alright. Here we go. But here's Super Brainz, the Super Brain Gravestone deck. So let's just get right to it. This is probably the best version of Super Brainz. And again, in this video, I'm going to be going through the best version of best deck basically for each hero, one deck per hero. Maybe I'll do a little special. Okay, anyway, we're really looking for. This is better. I got this again. I think we're gonna go with this. Well, the Drone Engineer is better than the Swash. Let's see if we can. Okay. Definitely mulligan this. Looking for Headstone Carver. Never lucky. Okay. So we got just a lineup of Gravestones. This takes out team-ups. We're going to see how we're going to play this if you don't start with Headstone. Starting off with Headstone Carver gives you such an advantage. Probably going to go with the Drone Engineer on 2. Yeah, this is a good space for it. Deadly, for sure not. So I'm going to be going through all the zombie heroes eventually. And starting off with Super Brainz. This is a decent deck. Of the Gravestone decks we're going to be running tonight, it's probably one of the lesser ones. Oh, that's interesting. There's a Drone Engineer. This is, it's doing damage. We would really like to set up the Tomb Raiser for something here. I might go with the Swashbuckler here instead of the Line Dancer. Ooh, yeah. Oh, now we're doing that. Oh, this is the play. Here we go. Here we go. Hold up. So that was a perfect pickup there, the Headstone Carver. It deals with, blocks this. I don't know what the Sputto's trying to do here. It might have a Berry Blast, but these are both going to hit face then. This is going to be a 3-3. He's going to have to start dealing with this stuff, so Tomb Raiser is going to be amazing coming up, because he's going to have, at least one target he's going to have to deal with next turn, and the Tomb Raiser should be home free. So there's, again, this is a 3-3, so this wins this matchup. This is fine. This is really okay. Really happy he didn't have an answer to Headstone Carver here, so we're just going to go with the Tomb Raiser. He's going to have to block this with something. Maybe he just has Sour Grapes or something. Like Sour Grapes would actually be a pretty good play here. But we're definitely gonna try the Tomb Raiser. Hopefully he's just gonna try to block the Swashbuckler, and this will be home free to be able to spawn a Gravestone here. Turns out the Tomb Raiser, the later is better. You want all your minions to die, and then it has an opportunity to spawn a Gravestone. We'll see if he has Sour Grapes would be an amazing play here. Sour Grapes in 3 would be a really good play.
Happy NY Fry and fellow followers. 2017 is going to be amazing.
Thank you so much. Is that Jackson? Thank you so much, man. That is so generous. He just donated $100. Wow, Jackson. That is so amazing. Holy cow. Cat Lady, man. He's actually... thank you so much. Cat Lady, man, is all the way up here. Yeah, that's... you can see that actually made it to 200. That is so generous of you, man. I'm wow. I'm just totally wowed by that. Whoa, okay, that was a good play by him. The Swashbuckler is going to be able to hit. Hopefully this does not hit the Swashbuckler. I really, really appreciate that. I mean, I'm making, again, so little money from streaming right now, and you got a really lucky shot. We're still doing quite well. Making very little money from streaming here, obviously, and I really, really appreciate you guys helping support the channel and keeping me going and keeping me motivated. I really, really appreciate that, man. We're gonna go with the double Headstone Carver, I believe. I don't think we're gonna get a better shot out of it. We're gonna go with this one's gonna be here, and we're just gonna line dancer here. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, you guys are so nice. You guys are so nice. You don't understand how much I appreciate that. It's just like keeps me going, this at the end of the day, this is my job, and oh, we didn't save for the smelly. Too bad. Okay. This grows. This is going to be a 5-3. This Punish Room's really eating us up though. Come on, man. I guess it's going to be 2 shots from the Punish Room. If they both hit here, that's going to be so annoying. Hit there, and that's fine. You know what? That was actually perfect. Block? What could be good for a block here? Chop, no. Maybe that'll be good against Sputto eventually. Do I want to kill these? I don't even want to. I think I'm actually going to do this. Well, we can deadly as well. Something's going to die here. Yeah, something is going to die. I'm gonna do this, actually. It's worth it. We can still chop, we can still deadly, just in case something weird happens. Pine Clone? I don't know. There's Buff Shroom. Deadly looks good. This gets buffed. This will kill both of these. This also gets buffed. Do we deadly here just to take this out? I don't even know if that's good. This is a lot of damage. Everything dies anyway. This is going to be 2 shots. I don't think deadly is actually good here. Well, it'll draw us a card for next turn. We really need a minion for next turn. Yeah, we'll do it. It's kind of sad. Hopefully the Punish Room doesn't hit. Ooh, Shark! Ah, oh, come on, a turn late. Hopefully this hits face. I mean, we definitely don't want it hitting this one. It would be worse. Okay, that's fine. So that hits. This procs the block. This is going to be a couple shots here. Things are going to die. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, the Punish Room still survives, huh? That's alright. We're in really good shape. This is a 5-1. I mean, unless he gets rain, that's fine. I mean, this is probably going to be lethal this turn. Yeah, this is 1 off from being able to get chopped. Oh, there's a Pogo. Are we worried about our health? Not really. This is so much damage. This is so much damage. No, I don't think Pogo's worth it. We're going to do this. Sharktronic. There we go. Sputto looks all... What is this? Laser Alpha? Okay, we'll see. I haven't really checked out those new Sprite cards yet, so we'll see. I think they're going to be making adjustments between now and then too, so you can't really rely on it, but yeah. What is... No! Wait, no, this is deadly! I don't think oh, we can chop this anyway. No, it doesn't even matter. I think this is deadly. Right? Look at the little star. We used deadly on it. He didn't even realize this thing would die, but you know what? That's game. That's lethal. So, we got it. Got it going. That's right. And that's the game, folks. Chop ended up winning us the game. The chop, you know, we started with. And, alright, that was good. Damage as you can. You're trying to do between 10 and 15 damage. You're trying to do in between 10 and 15 damage with your pets in this deck and then kind of finish them off with one of your Gargs. That's usually how this deck works. Do we keep Wheat Spray in this matchup? Not with this hand. We actually need something smaller than this just for our Cat Lady, and not a good starting hand. Alright, we could really use Camel Cross as, you know, Camel Cross makes the Smash the best, you know, pet deck. But we're starting off really slow. Hopefully he'll just play some Black Eyed Peas and stuff, and no Peapod on turn 1. That's good. We'll be able to get a good Weed Spray and then start, you know, coming into this deck. I was gonna maybe try to stick in one overstuffed zombie. Didn't really find an opportunity. I don't think we play this though. This is just gonna die to for free to something. We'll do this on like turn 4. So I'm really happy it's happening slow since we have really no early game. Really happy Chompzilla isn't coming out to an aggressive start. There's a 5 drop. We could go with this. I think we're gonna do this on turn 4. Maybe he'll give us a Weed Spray this turn. You know, if he plays a couple of little minions or something like that, we'll definitely go for it. Sworded? There's that. Do we Weed Spray this thing? Oh, we'll Weed Spray later. It's just a 2-2. No one cares. Might want to grow this, actually. Maybe we should Weed Spray, just not give him a grow target. It seems very desperate from him to play this. Wow, there's another Cat Lady. I'm gonna just Cat Lady Dolphin here. That's gonna be the play. The second Cat Lady will be used as a pet. We can Locust Storm next turn too, right? So even if he uses a Fertilize in this thing, we're just gonna Locust Storm it next turn, which is actually a really good play. It'll buff the Cat Lady again. There's Sunflower and wait a second. Oh, and Mixed Nuts. Oh, sadness. Oh, that hurts. Here we go. That hits us. We're doing 3. I still really like our position here. Gotta take care of this. Ooh, there's Turkey. So Cat Lady, Turkey. Turkey in 1 is good. Cat Lady, Turkey pass. We can Turkey Weed Spray. Better get the Cat Lady going. Alright. Like to thank our moderators for keeping the order here. Turkey Rider's good. This leftovers will come in handy. Can't really, we're gonna save the heal for when we actually get the value from it. This is turn 5. That was a great play. The Cat Lady here. Here we go. And the Turkey Rider is just the perfect thing to sack against that 4-1. Chompzilla's gonna have a really hard time dealing with the 2-2, and he squashed that. Wow, how great was that? Awesome. The whole squash just came out. Again, you understand, this deck has so many heavy hitters. They're going to start coming out starting next turn, and this is great. There's the leftovers. Oh, use the leftovers eventually. It's just nice to have that kind of sitting in our hand. And, alright, we're going to go with the Smashing Garg here. Question is, where do we put it? Smashing Garg heal looks like a play. I think we just try to go with the aggressive route here. He could have like 3-headed Chomper or something this turn. Let's hope he doesn't have that. Even then, we'll still at least do 5 damage, proc the block, come with Octo in a bit. Can't do leftovers yet. If we had a little... Anyway, 4-drop maybe would have been nice. If we get another Smashing Garg next turn, that'll be really good. Smashing Gargs are so great in this deck. Ooh, the beats! That's definitely a Locust target. We're probably going to block though. We're going to use the heal here just because we're going to get the full value, and we're actually going to block this. So we're actually going to be able to... This should block, right? Flag? Sure, why not? Galvanize? Absolutely. This will just put on... This is actually... He's on a clock right now. We actually might just Locust Weaver. This should proc the block, the second shot here. Yes. Statistics. So we can Locust for the win here if we want. We also have Octo coming up. If not, we can Locust this one. We're just going to pass this turn. Heal. Okay. But again, Locust, Locust leftovers looks really good here. Right with the leftovers, we actually still have lethal damage. So, I don't think we dog. I think we're just gonna Locust leftovers. That looks like the play. Again, if this gets into the this has, Oh, he's squashing that. That's fine. And healing. Do we leftovers here? No, we'll save the leftovers. We're gonna dog. Wait a second. We're just gonna be able to Octo next turn. That's utter insanity. I think Octo we can. This is turn 7, right? We're actually gonna Octo next turn. Do I leftovers here just to put in some extra damage? No, we'll save. The leftovers are really unnecessary. It's extra. This 7 plus 8 is lethal anyway, and if he heals, he'll heal. No, this is fine. So it's gonna be Octo in I guess in 1. I think 1's the best play. Pretty sure it is. Yep. It's safe. It's safest against 3-headed Chomper, and you know, it just wins right away. No chance for him to block here. He needs some hard removal. Oh, leftovers actually would make it that if he squashes this, it would have won. Yeah, I guess I should have leftovered last turn. Oops. My bad. Again, we have the this is gonna come back. We have a plant play as well. There's healing. It's definitely not enough to save him yet. The leftover is going to work with it. You know, we're going to pick up some pets here. Drawing cards so slow. Should have done that first, looking for a better answer. For a squash actually would save him here, but I don't think there's anything that would save him. He only has 3 sun. He's not going to be able to. Anything with 3 suns not going to be able to take this out. So, Grow Shroom. It's still not enough. These are both guaranteed to hit. He only has 1 shot in the block meter, so here's Smash Pet getting it done. That's guaranteed lethal, right? He's going to go up to 12, and he's going to go down 15 health this turn, guaranteed. So this is how we do it. Go! And that's Smash Pet. It's still a viable deck, as you see. This is probably the best Smash deck. There's eventually I'm gonna maybe with some Undying Pharaohs make a totally different version of Smash, but in the meantime, I believe this is probably one of the best Smash decks out there, and it's a quite powerful deck. All right, here's Rose. Should be a pretty good matchup for us with this deck. There's Headstone Carver. Definitely don't keep 2 of them. This is good. 1, 2, 3. I think we get rid of this. 4. Whew, that's great. That is good. The combos are insane. Utter insanity with the combos here. We'll do this here. Do we play around freeze? Maybe against all Smarty heroes we should just put this here. Oh, that's fine. That's okay. Again, we just need 1 shot out of this Headstone Carver really to get ahead. So this will be a 2-5 on turn 2, the newspaper, which just gets better and better. I think we do this later rather than earlier. 1, 2, 3. It could end up getting blocked. No, we want this actually not to get lawnmowered, so we'll put it here. Ooh, it's harsh. The fireworks zombie actually kills this and buffs this next turn. It's so good. It's fine. Again, next turn we're gonna have a 3-3 and a 5-5. Kill his 2-1. How great of a fireworks zombie is this? This is perfect here. I mean, just this is just perfect. Go. And now he's gonna have to deal with these. The Tomb Raiser hopefully will be clear next turn and be able to hit phase. We could, we'll see if what he does here. See if he has an answer. It doesn't. Rose doesn't have a lot of things on turn 3 that deal 3 damage. I guess Vanilla, like this situation, Vanilla would be perfect, but just froze it. Freeze them and beans. So slow. So we're gonna hit for 3 now. And the Tomb Raiser should be good to go next turn. Okay, let's try to calculate the block meter now. Probably the later the Tomb Raiser is the better, which usually is the case for Tomb Raiser anyway. So we're gonna go with the Tomb Raiser. This will just get us a free Gravestone. We could go with the high pressure one, the more damage, but this is fine. We'll do that like next turn. He's gonna have to deal with the Tomb Raiser next turn. What is that? The hammer, the sad hammer. This will proc the block. Tomb Raiser should be able to hit and spawn a Gravestone here. This Rose is way too slow. He's trying to do a control deck with magic beans, you know. So unless he draws like 4 or so magic beans in a row, so 4 magic beanstalks in a row, this game is come on, man. Okay, it turns to a goat. That's fine. Taking another throw off the board, but just another one spawns up. Come on, give us something good. Give us a good Gravestone. Let's go. What's in the box? Smelly zombie. It's not bad. Pretty average actually. Okay, we're going to go with the high pressure play. We can also plus power something. We can even plus power the goat if we want to. Destroy a zombie on the ground. That's fine. So again, we still have so many Gravestones here. This is so much damage. How much? This is 5, 6, and 2. This is almost lethal this turn. It's gonna be hopefully down to 2 health statistically. Oh, there's a 3. There's another. I rolled double threes. That's okay though. This procking the block in this situation is perfect. So the goat lethal transmogrify is just so slow. The powers are so slow. What's in the box? An imp. That's okay. Now what do we do? I would love to do this play with the headstone cover. I think we just mixed up Gravedigger just to kind of throw this out here. It's going to be very hard for Rose to predict where the mix-up Gravedigger is going to be. Really, the mix-up Gravedigger is going to be the lethal one. You know, the goat is able to be dealt with. So, mix-up Gravedigger's in 1. Let's see if she decides to just go after lane 1. But, here we go. The smart Rose probably would go in lane 1. But even without that, though, we have 4 damage on the board even without it. And, you know, went after lane 1. Very smart play there. There's the Winter Squash. What else? Smelly Zombie in 2? No, it's Goat in 2. So again, we're doing 3 damage this turn. And getting close to some more. This is still going to be alive. Goat will die. Oh, the sad goat. Here we go. There's fireworks. Is it worth it? And the concede. I mean, that was just total domination by this deck. The great thing in this deck is to be able to play the tempo. You have your strong newspaper zombie, which leads to a good stealthy imp, which is going to hit phase. They have to deal with that, so then you put on the Tomb Raiser and just kind of take over the game. All right, here we are, 2019 stars video. So, all right, here's Rustbolt Trickster deck, a powerful deck here, and alright, here is Paparazzi. The Weed Spray is so good here. We really want a hard mulligan for a Landscaper. These are all really good. I think you really tried a hard mulligan for Tricksters, though. I don't think this is even gonna be useful. Oh, there's the Trickster. Okay, this is a fine hand now. And Weed Spray, of course, is always good against Solar Flare. So here we go. So this is Rustbolt. You will see Professor Pay-to-Win, which is very similar to this deck. That'll be coming up later in this video. And alright, here we go. There's that. There's no need to do the Paparazzi yet. Maybe we'll wait till turn 3 and no, we're definitely going to do. Ooh, we can chop that. Ooh, is this going to be our best chop target? It probably will be. Yeah, we'll beam me up with the Paparazzi next turn. That's fine. It's nice to be able to just use the chop there. There's going to be very few targets from this guy, from Solar Flare in general that are choppable. So we'll go with this. Eventually, we're going to do the Weed Spray play. Kind of want to play the Landscaper as late as possible, just so we'll be able to hit the Laser Beam or Power Flower really is one of the weaknesses of this deck. So we're just going to beam me up here. It's fine. A little water balloon action. This is good. We're just trying to do as much damage as possible. I just want to leave lane 1 clear in case we get Teleport Viking. Hopefully that'll come up sooner than later. A lot of card draw on this deck. So we're just going to play reactively. I don't think we play this yet. We really want to play this turn 5 to get the Power Flower. Meantime, we'll either draw cards or just beam me up again. Probably draw cards. It's a little more on curve. Then we'll beam me up with the Landscaper next turn. That looks really good. Alright, here we go. What does this guy got? Solar Flare. Hammer, that's fine though. Just 1 for 1-ing and that's okay. We're gonna draw some cards. And whew, the teleport is here. Alright, this Trickster is getting ready. We're going to be able to Trickster next turn, actually. Turn 6. So this is turn 5. We're going to start off with this. This definitely gets, Power Flower or whatever gets played this turn. We're going to beam me up as well. Do we beam me up, actually? Yeah, we have to, just to be... Well, we can teleport this turn and then Trickster. There's that. The sad hitting phase. Okay. We want the Trickster to be able to really hit twice next turn. So I might just teleport here. Then the Trickster can be played next turn. Yeah, the Trickster doing 12 damage here is pretty key. So let's just teleport. If you play teleport, as of now in the game, if you play teleport and you play nothing, no minions, no tricks in between, you can actually play teleport. Then you can actually teleporting a minion the next turn as a trick, and we're gonna do that to Trickster. This will bring our opponent down to 6 health. This will do 6 plus 6. What is this? There's an update? Someone's saying there's an update in the game. I'll check it out tonight. Here we go. Healing. Okay. Healing for 2. That's alright. Can weed spray next turn. Here we go. There's that. So that's still doing 12 damage. I don't know. Is this a glitch? I guess it is, because it says this. You can be played this turn, so maybe it's a glitch. Rockwall, just in case it's squash. Just in case it's like a like 2 different, like Berry Blast, I guess it plays around. Alright, so we can definitely, probably almost for sure gonna weed spray this turn. There's that. Nope, this is lethal. This is how we do it. We're gonna do this. This will do a little damage to us. And we're gonna go with the, instead of with the weed spray, we're gonna go with this one. This is 8 damage. Oh, wait a second. Now we're gonna do this. Yeah, that's fine. So, at least this will proc the block. So we'd need a... No, that's guaranteed lethal. Okay, here we go. Trickster decks. They're so great. This is not quite Professor Pay to Win, but it's kind of rusty Pay to Win. You can call it that. Not quite as many legendaries, but quite effective as you saw there. Alright, so here's this Electric Boogaloo deck. Take a look at what is in this deck. It's very interesting. A lot of splash. I'm gonna make it splash. This is not good in this matchup. We have the squirrels here just to be able to deal with nuts, just because nuts can kind of wreck Boogaloo a lot of the time. We're not getting good starting hand. No, come on, man. Didn't get any of our early game. Alright, we'll survive. Maybe more Octos. Could use some more nurses too. Friendless bug, yeah. Again, it's up for grabs, so whoever kind of comes first next game, that'll be the thing. Here's Nightcap. Ooh, nice. Starting off, ooh, we just rolled double now. We rolled 3 and a 2. Ooh, this is really good. Love that there. It's fine. The berries actually, we could actually encounter some berries, some wild berries and stuff. So we'll save the squirrel for that, I suppose. Maybe we'll just end up squirreling next turn. What's that? And whoa, okay. Wow. Unfortunately, there's gonna be a freeze next turn. Dancers? No. We can Dancers next turn, actually. Dancers next turn and then Orchestra. It's not bad. Maybe we want to do these together. This grows. This thing's huge. Look at this thing. Ooh, there's Deadbeard. Is that good? I think it is. I think it is, yes. Go. So wait, you know, the chili pepper at least will die. This newspaper's gonna be insanity. Utter insanity. Any good Garg Bell decks with Boogaloo or Z-Mech? I'm gonna, when Gargologist comes out, I'm gonna try it. What is this? Ah, okay, that's fine. Could really use fireworks here. This is actually gonna die, the sad newspaper, but that's okay. Where's fireworks when you need it? We can actually now evaporate these if we want to. I think we're gonna... Now what do we do? I'm gonna do this. I'm probably gonna Dancers this turn, and then Orchestra next turn or something like that. We're doing quite well here. That's fine. Dancers looks good here. I'm just gonna Dancers. Clear his field. Her field, whatever. We're not gonna Orchestra, we're just gonna do the Smashing Guard next turn. This will trade, everything's gonna trade. There's no real need to Evaporate at this point. The Evaporate is so useful in this matchup, just because of all the Deadbeards and the Firework Zombie. This is my 2-drop trading with the 3-drop, by the way, which is really great. So again, Gargbell, I tried it. It really works with Professor Brainstorm since you can use Gentleman Zombie to ramp up. And eventually I'm going to try it with Z-Mech because then you can use Gargologist to ramp up. It's just such an expensive card. Okay, we're going to go with this. Smashing Gargs you want to the right, so your other Gargantuars will be to the left and be able to strike through before this dies. Give this man a zap. Alright, so we got off to a little bit of a slow start. Did see the Deadbeard early, but really the strength of this deck is the late game. Bounce. Ooh, nice play. Right, so this will trade. That's fine though. You know, it's just our card advantage that we have already is just becoming more severe with that. It's just we're just gonna play on Curve. We can do these two next turn and then Orchestra. That looks really good. So again, in terms of dealing 6 damage, Nightcap really struggles. It would have to be a bounce again, but again, that'll just give us even a further card advantage than we have already. Whew! This looks like Control Nightcap. Ooh, that's harsh. Wow. Is it gonna hit? Yeah, it did. We're down to 5 health just like that. What is going on here? We could Chickening and... Gotta watch out for it again. We could Garg here. I think we do it like this. Play around Cherry Bomb, doesn't matter. Yeah, this is how you play around Cherry Bomb anyway. You kind of want your newspapers as far right as possible, just so if your Deadbeard explode, it'll hit the newspaper and the newspaper will be able to hit. It's kind of one of the things. What is up going on? Meme is here. There's... Ooh. Wow. Yikes. Is that lethal? Seriously? Wait, well, we're gonna get lightning, some kind of lightning bolt power. You're right, it's gonna be a lightning bolt, so this is definitely gonna save us. I'm gonna play that correctly. We're at 8 health now, which is actually quite safe. Chickening's really good here against the Snapdragon. Chickening nerf. I think we're just gonna Chickening here. We're in a really good position. If we get fireworks, we'll use that. Here's this. We're running the... How many copies? We're running 2 copies of this card. Chickening's good. We just need to do 3 damage here. We can do this and Chickening, actually. It's not bad. You know what? Just in case there's another Poison Oak or some craziness like that. We'll do the Chickening is the Chickening and Zap. And if only had a 3-drop here. We could go with the Orchestra. Now let's play safe. We have so much on the board right now. There's no reason why, no reason not to play it. We can Chickening and then Evaporate will kill anything that's above 2 health here. We could also Chickening. Yeah, we have a flower deck. What is that? Okay, this series of sad rescue radishes. What is going on? What is happening? I guess just Locust. Should win here. It rolls a 2 and a 3, but we can actually do all this. Yeah, we're just gonna Locust here. Locust looks real good and super. Okay, change of plan. Definitely have to Chickening here. So I think to prevent the damage, we're gonna do this. Yeah, this will draw us a card. What's in the box? Anything that would help us right now. There's Maniacal. Okay. So we could win here. There's a 1, and it's guaranteed. Okay. Good game. So that is this deck. You didn't even see the explosions that can happen with the Deadbeards and everything else early on, but this is a great deck. This is Electric Boogaloo. This is by far the best Electric Boogaloo deck of any of the other ones I've seen. I really like the Maniacal Laughs in this deck, but otherwise this deck is just totally a normal Gravestone deck. Gonna try to start off with Headstone Cover on turn 1. This will be on turn 2. We're gonna keep this just because it's a combo. You can Pogo on 4 and then Mix Up Gravedigger on 5 will make the Pogo trigger again. We're going to start off with this, usually trying to do Headstone Carver in turn 2, in lane 2. You want it more towards, we can't really stick it back in a Gravestone in this deck, so maybe it being later is better. We kind of want there to be 2 sides to the situation. We're actually very safe doing this here now, because even in the event of double 3s, this will still be able to guaranteed hit. And okay, that gets Berry Blasted. That's fine though, because now we're just coming into, it was a 1-for-1 trade, and we're going to be coming into turn 3 with a growing 3-3 on the board, which is really great. Could really use a 3-drop here. Yeah, Stealthy Imp would be perfect. Got it! Oh, come on. That's right. So it's going to be Stealthy Imp. This will hit. You know, the Solar Flare is going to really have to deal with the 3-3, the growing 3-3. Can't let this hit face again, so just going to Berry Blast. Hopefully does not have a Shroom for 2 here. And this is going to hit now. So whatever she plays here is going to get bounced, and then we're going to bounce it again with a mix of Gravedigger. This is just exactly how this deck runs. Really lucky to get a nice curve here. There's another bounce. We can get really greedy on the bounces now, too. We can bounce, and then mix up Gravedigger and get a double bounce. Basically, mix up Gravedigger when the Pogos go down, they go back up and they can bounce something else. No, harsh. That's fine. Okay, I guess we'll bounce that one. 3 Berry Blasts. 3 Berry Blasts in back-to-back turns. There's that. So we're probably gonna end up needing the Plankwalker here. We'll see if this survives. Could get blues buried. Growing this with the Galvanize is great, though. We could go for the bounce play. We could go with this and just protect these. It's not bad. And then... what do we do? Do we just play this while we have it? We really just want to proc the block this turn. I think I'm going to get super greedy. We're going to go with this. We always could Galvanize this one. Probably not going to. This is not a huge threat. There's that. So we're just gonna bounce that thing. Bounce the berry. There's another one. Okay. That's fine. So it's going to be a huge bouncing situation next turn. We're actually going to get the double bounce next turn. She's not going to have anything. I don't think. It would have to be, again, Shroom for 2. What's going on, Zayleek? Okay, here we go. So we're going to bounce that. Doesn't really matter which one we bounce here. We're going to mix up Gravedigger next turn together where we're not going to Galvanize quite yet. We're just going to proc the block. Ooh, this one could die here. That would be a whole bounce. Probably Galvanize just to make a second bounce actually is worth it. Got weed whacked. I should have galvanized this. Well, this one would have gotten nerfed anyway. It wouldn't have made it really a difference. Right, wouldn't have made a difference there. Ooh, this is really good. This is really... Oh, this is a great play. We're going to kill that. This is going to go to lane 1, and we can actually galvanize this. This is going to be 5-7 dead. We might even have lethal this turn. I'm not going to take advantage. This is just too good of a play to pass up. So we can try the mix-up Gravedigger maybe next turn. There's that. Oh, the seedling's gonna just die just because of the strike through. This is gonna... too bad. Didn't end up taking advantage with... Oh, that's okay. We're gonna go after the seedling. Definitely want this to stay alive. The rats is gonna kill this automatically. Rats, so great here. 2-1 on the board. We're going to... we're gonna grow this. I think we're going to just mix up Gravedigger next turn. That basically is going to be lethal. This is 7 damage already? Come on. Come on, man. So yeah, the mix-up Gravedigger is really good. We just need this line dancing zombie to hit somewhere. So we're going to go with this, and we'll Plankwalker next turn. Is there a... I guess this is okay. If this hits, this trades. If this one goes, it'll actually kill this thing, and if this one will move anyway. So let's just see where everything is here. Rats in 2 would be good. There's Line Dancer. Come on, Rats in 2. Yes! Oh, nailed it! I never thought of mix-up Gravedigger being so good with Rats, but the Rats is actually going to completely destroy this thing. So we're, we just have to do 3 damage here. We have to do 2 damage, and we have 3 shots at it this turn now. This is guaranteed lethal. There's no way she can. Well, she would have to get. Even if if this blocked, rolled a 3, and then got even button shrooms, wouldn't save. Alright, that's the game. And this is exactly how a Gravestone deck is played. Headstone Carve on 1, you just keep on building, and they just fall so far behind. I love all the bounces in this deck. Bounce, mix up Gravedigger as a combo. We actually really got the combo with the mix up Gravedigger together with the Pied Piper here. That was really great. This deck actually had the highest win rate in the game, and Solar Flare is a really good, really good matchup for us as well. We're going to keep Trickster. This is fine. Going to get rid of the Rocket early. That probably is going to be better. We'll keep the Teleport. Worst case scenario, the Teleport's just going to draw us a card. Draw us another card and charge this. And yeah, it's going to be Eureka on 1 for sure. Yeah, you can put in, instead of a Deadbeard, you can put it in like a newspaper zombie into this deck. It's pretty good too. So definitely starting with Eureka, we're gonna have a huge card advantage. The tricksters are going down. I mean, this is such a solid deck. We got Zombat. We have Teleport Zombat now. Mix up Gravedigger. Are you kidding me? What just happened? All right, we'll see if we get. You know, I don't even know if this opponent's gonna even survive until turn 10. There's Plumber. It's not bad. We can teleport. We can teleport. What's it called? We can teleport Pool Shark here. Pool Shark's not really a bad pickup. So we're going to be playing our minions in lanes 2 and 3. The idea with this deck is actually bring your opponent down to 12 health, proc his block meter, and then come and teleport Trickster and win the game. So we're going to be doing it the kind of the slow route. Wow, we could teleport this in already. There's so many things the teleport's going to be good with, though. I think we're gonna do this. I'm actually gonna play this in heights just so it doesn't get scorched. We're gonna be able to plumber something if one of these get in trouble. Good use of the Pool Shark. I kind of want to save the teleport at this point. Teleport Trickster is such a powerful play, and so is Teleport Zombat. That's okay. And ooh, Berry Blast, not bad. Do I plumber to phase here? Nah. But unfortunately, we're out of minions. Oh, that's not so good. Alright, we'll just play the slow game now. We could just play this on, probably end up playing this on 5 just to, yeah. Teleport Zombat. That'd be nice. Here's Twin Sunflower. This does not, okay, we're actually going to plumber this one. Don't want him getting off too strong. He has a 2/2 on the board. It's not really much of a threat. Haven't seen any of the Deadbeards or anything like that yet. I wonder if we play these just to. We have 2 Tricksters in hand. We really want to get our minions going. We could, we could teleport this in next turn. No, there's no point. We'll just play this. We'll teleport something later. Well, then we could play this on 6. There's that. I think we'll just. Well, we'd really like to start playing the Tricksters already. In fact, we can play this after the Tricksters. I'm actually going to plumber here. Next turn, teleport Trickster, and then mixed up Gravedigger. That looks really good. Then mixed up Gravedigger bonus attack. It's going to be amazing. The Trickster's coming out. This is going to be so good. Wait a second. Okay, so we'll plumber this one. This is at 6. I'm just gonna throw the teleport here just because we're for sure gonna teleport Trickster next turn. Ain't no doubt about that. And then we're gonna be able to stick this in a Gravestone. It'll pop out and be able to do a bonus attack. Okay, here we go. And the Viking will come in handy whenever. Alright, there's chickening. So we can play the Trickster as a trick here since we used teleport. Didn't use any tricks or minions in the meantime. So hopefully it doesn't clog every single lane. That would be sad. Pine Clone, harsh. Do we have to actually deal with these Pine Clones? Or do we just go face? I think we're just going to go face. So, alright. Thank you. So we're going to go with this. We're taking a lot of damage here, but I think we're able to afford it. So it's going to be mixed up Gravedigger this turn, because we're going to get another shot out of this. Here we go. What's in the box? Come on, Lightning Bolt. Yes, perfect. Perfect Lightning Bolt. Actually, Trickster wins here. We could try this sticky mixed up Gravedigger, but I mean, he can't put something with more than 6 health in front. Do I do the Trickster? It's a possible block. The Trickster is probably the most solid play. Even though I'd love to do this mixed up Gravedigger thing. It's fun. Is there anything that could make this go wrong? Mix up mix up Gravedigger and bonus attack is actually more guaranteed. So we're gonna do it like this. So wherever again, this Trickster's gonna, I'm pretty sure when it pops up, it's gonna do a bonus attack. Doesn't really matter where it is. She can't remove gravestones. Can't put anything here with more healing. Okay, maybe the Trickster would have been better there. This is fine. We can do a bonus attack still though. And Seedling, right? Question is, do we want a plumber or do we want a bonus attack? I'm pretty sure plumber is actually better. 6 and 5 wins no matter what. So let's just plumber this. Good opportunity. Well, we could chickening plumber next turn. We're gonna be able to just Trickster here I think. Oh, the block. Wait, we gotta watch out now. Gotta watch out. Nerf. We have 8. This trickster costs 5. I mean, it would have to be a couple berry blasts to face in order for our opponent to survive here. I guess we'll do this. Doomshroom? No, it can't be Doomshroom. So we're just going to bonus attack somewhere for the win. We need one of these to hit here. Doing pretty well. It would have to be a couple berry blasts to the face in order to get saved here. Yeah, the trickster does a bonus attack when it pops out of a gravestone. First time I've ever seen that. I guess Super Brainz maybe could pull this off. Healing. Okay. Looking for an answer, I suppose. But again, we still have, you know, more healing. Okay. And little cards maybe. And Berry Blast to face is still not enough though. It's close though. I was looking for the answer. We don't even need the bonus attack. 6 + 6 is lethal. This is just some BM value here. And this is Professor Pay to Win getting it done. That's right. Really, really powerful deck. Didn't even see any of the Deadbeards or anything like that at the beginning of the game, which is very good at controlling and really taking over the early game. But definitely got it done with the tricksters there. We got this mixed up Gravedigger from Eureka, of course. Obviously, can't be run with Professor Brainstorm usually. Maybe Super Brainz could try to pull that combo off. Oh, we'll see. One. It is controlled because you're kind of just sort of trying to stall for you. This is a control deck in the fact that you're trying to really stall for your tricksters to be able to come in and finish off your opponent. But it can also get a lot of a lot of tempo with your paparazzis. Let's get rid of one of the card drops for now. This is really good. This is a fine hand. So we'll see what happens. This is going to be turn. We're going to keep this on the ground as well. Not going to play this on turn 1. You know, we're going to play this on turn 2 with the lunchbox, and then turn 3, we can either nerf bonus attack, you know, acid rain bonus attack, or just draw cards. Drawing cards will be fine. This will be a 3. Oh, and picked up the trickster. So great here. Hopefully, our opponent is not packing super. That would be pretty sad. This paparazzi is going to get a lot of value. That's okay. We'll do it next turn. "2017 hype is right." So we're gonna try that again. Really happy to see he doesn't have super. Use the blow instead. So it's probably just gonna be lunchbox here. Ooh, it's gonna get frozen. We might do lunchbox. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be lunchbox and nerf. Looks pretty good. So we'll lunchbox you. And just to keep this paparazzi alive, it's a pretty good time to spend this, even though you can get a lot of value out of this, but it's worth it for our paparazzi to kind of be able to survive here. We can make it do a bonus attack next turn. So we'll just play the option. And you know, if there's another freeze, we'll just rocket this next turn. So, yep, just play the option. Two or 4? What's wrong with 3? No, this is fine. We're definitely gonna rocket this. And Trickster is at 7. This is a 5-3. We have bonus attacks and, you know, card draw in our hand. We're doing quite well here. And dealt with the snowdrop early. Alright, so probably just gonna be card draw bonus attack. We'll see what our opponent tries to face this paparazzi with. Berry Blast, no! Okay, could use a beam me up or something here. There's electric read, interesting. Oh, that was unfortunate. And this next turn's gonna be turn 6. I think we teleport here. We can teleport this in next turn. We're not gonna really want to do anything yet, so we'll do this now. We can teleport in the trickster again. If you use teleport, you can, and in the meantime, you don't. It's so tempting to use this, but we'll do that afterwards. Don't want this getting. Well, it doesn't actually have any hard removal. I wonder if it's actually smart to. It's interesting. This is at 5 now. I wonder if the paparazzi actually would have been a good play there. Because then this turn we'd be able to lunchbox and use this. I think actually playing the paparazzi there would have been good. Oh well. We have Vitamin Z now. So great. Pedalmorphosis. Okay. What's in the box? This will determine this game, the sad pedalmorphosis. So we're definitely going phase. I guess we'll do this here. And we'll do the lunchbox, like, we don't really need... Oh, 7 plus 7 actually is lethal, so we're actually going to do this. With the lunchbox. 6 plus 7 equals 20. And there's a 3. Maybe we'll try to proc the block with this. We have bonus attacks and everything here, so... Our opponent's gonna have 9. Give this man... If he happens to have a great zucchini in hand, that would be that would be totally ridiculous. He would actually still be in a very good position, even if he did play great zucchini here. Happened to get twin sunflower from the pedalmorphosis. Not a really good pedalmorphosis here. Again, I try making my original plays in 2 or in 3, so you really, the best thing for the block meter is have cards in 2 and 3, and then the next card you play can really play around these quite well. Okay, now what do we do? A lot of bonus attacks, maybe. Bonus attack, bonus attack, bonus attack. I think that's actually the play. It's kind of weird, but this is actually what we're doing. Hurry up. Oh, can't run out of time here. There's another bonus attack. Here's another one. So this is oh, get it? Yes. So if this doesn't win right here, it's gonna win on the other end. Our opponent would need shrooms. Well, shrooms would make survive. I guess super would also. Rain would not help. Yeah, I got super. That's fine. Alright. That was close. Twas close. This grows. There's that. That went face. That's fine. It's like an amphibious deck or something from this very weird deck here. There's Nibble. This lunchbox also wins. La la la. Draw cards. We can actually play all the cards in our hand this turn. What is that? Going after the... Oh, after that one. Okay. Let's see what... Ooh, and Zap! Nice! Wow! The survival. I like it. So we're going to start with drawing cards. Teleport something would be good. Should we try teleporting something in? I'm going to spend 1. What's in the box? Come on, give me a minion! Beam me up, that's not bad. I think we beam me up here. Now do we teleport again? No, I think we always nibble this. And let's teleport again just to get another minion. Come on, give us something good. Ooh, that's nice. We can actually play this next turn if we want. This is actually a pretty good teleport target. There's our block. Immorticia's power. We're gonna actually play that. We're gonna just play it next turn. It'll draw cards there. Yeah, we're gonna play this, but it's not actually good this turn. It doesn't like do anything yet. Ooh, there's Yeti. 4, 3, 1, and 1. That looks pretty good. I guess we'll do. Do we want the overstuff to be here? Doesn't really matter. We kind of want to win this turn. Do we want to save room for Vitamin Z? Maybe we'll just try to do the Vitamin Z play. Yeah, why not? I'm going to try to win. See if our opponent has 2 minions here. Cherry Bomb! Oh, come on, man. Wow. Wait, Bat's Vitamin Z wins now. Wow, gave us the extra lane. That's fine. Rescue Radish. Getting the blueberries back. I think that's lethal. Yes, it is. That's going to be exactly 5. We can actually make even more with the lunchbox, but Yep, that is the game. Very not typical way of finishing off an opponent here with this Immorticia, but yep. Bats Vitamin Z definitely does it there. Alright. Guaranteed lethal, nice. Nice, nice, nice. So that's Immorticia Trickster. And just ramping up, sort of getting over, turn 6, turn 7 for the finishers. We're running 3 chickenings, 2 weed sprays, so pretty versatile lineup here. This is good. Do we keep the 5? Let's see here. It's going to be 2, 3, 5. We're going to want to play the newspaper first and then this second. The newspaper is going to go all the way on the right. I wonder if we keep this guy. I think we're actually going to keep the Swabby launcher. I could use the turn 3 play. Oh, there's... We're not going to use that. I mean, we can use these just to actually charge the Valkyrie. It's actually not such a bad idea. There's that. Oh, the Deadbeards is going to be so good here. I think we're actually... Do we do this? Well, we can do this on turn 3 together with the Deadbeards. Might want to save that for a Monster Mash. You know, the Dancers can do well with the Monster Mash. This deck really utilizes a lot. Oh, there's Monster Mash. So you might try to save the Deadbeard. So we're going to go with this turn. Hopefully this Green Shadow will just make a play wherever, and we get something that we'll be able to stick the Deadbeards in front of. That is definitely the hope. Maybe it'll just be so mad. No, that's growing. Okay, we need an answer for that. Actually, don't have any great answers for this. Now what do we do? Camel Cross. I believe we're not going to do the Deadbeards. I think we're going to actually do the Dancers and the Camel Cross here. That'll set up a nice board, and it's not even addressing us here. So we're going to go with this. Not much removal in this deck, actually, except for our Deadbeard combo. Alright, we're setting up for a nice Monster Mash on turn 5, though. Let's see if we can get a nice block. Give this man a block. No, and this Mayflower is now drawing. That's harsh. It's going to be drawing beans, bean counters, and whatnot. There's a bomb. To go with the bomb here? You'll go with the bomb. For lack of a better play, just go hit face? Sure. Well, I don't run Admiral Navy Bean and Mayflower decks. Trying to block that. What's in the box? Super. Is Super even good here? No, it's not good. Could use a couple chickenings right now. This will proc the block. We're in huge trouble with this deck. We missed our opportunity to Weed Spray. Froze that now. No, Swabby Launcher is going to be good because they'll actually be able to protect that water lane. We're going to go with the Swabby Launcher. This is just going to draw another card, though. Getting really outdrawn. I think we still have a shot here. So we'll go with the Swabby Launcher. Valkyrie Sumo could also be something in this match. See what our opponent has here. Swabby going here is bounce. No. It's basically lethal. And that's the game, just like that. Okay, well, we'll try this one again. Went with amphibious. Z-Mech does have some weaknesses in terms of having no amphibious creatures. Didn't get the sumos there. The sumos are usually good at dragging those in, but this guy just had a perfect, kind of like a perfect. We just didn't have any of the answers early. Really, getting a Weed Spray would have been so nice, but we didn't have Weed Spray, didn't have Chickening, didn't have any triggers for the Deadbeard that was in our hand. So. I know, he had a good starting hand. Your Trickster deck got me to Rainbow League. Thank you so much and Happy New Year. Really happy it worked out for you. That's Dabes. You sweet potatoes? Anyway. Here we go. Don't need that early. Ooh, I don't think we need Weed Spray and Chickening. We're gonna look for some early game. That's fine. Do we keep the Valkyrie here? I think we need something more substantial. Unfortunately, Valkyrie actually would have been better. You're super. Come on, Shroom for 2. Poison Shroom would actually be the best. Super to face. I think we're going to use our super to face. We have Weed Spray already. Pretty sure we use it here. It's unreliable to really be hitting minions with. I think the solid 6 damage is worth it in this kind of deck. Somewhat aggressive deck. Yeah, the problem, there's no Z-Mech control deck. The reason, even though he's really good because he has, chickening and weed spray, so he's good at dealing with small minions. Z-Mech actually can't control very well because he can't deal with big minions. There's actually no way to deal with big minions. We're gonna throw this out here. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put this right in the middle. We're gonna use the sumo to be able to trigger this next turn. That is the idea. I think you want the sumo to go before. Barrel ready to explode. There's that. And buff shroom. So we definitely want something to trigger the barrel here. Pine Clone? We'll do it like this. We don't have to move the buff shroom here. We really could move this one here. Kind of just depends what he does, I suppose. There's that. This is gonna just die. So yeah, this is fine. We're gonna clear his field. This is worth it. It's gonna clear our sumo, but it'll clear this too. This is really good. And we'll end up having a 4-3 against this 2-1. Killing all of his powerful creatures here. Wasn't expecting sumo. He didn't really play around that. So this just dies for free. Alright, doing well. Here's another sumo. I suppose we'll do this. We could weed spray this turn. We're gonna be playing 5. You're going to want to play this next turn. It could be this is actually the turn for weed spray. We'll see what he does. Sumo's not bad here, actually. We have a lot of late game. There's that. Unfortunately, weed spray chickening would be better here. Unfortunately... we know. Oh, come on. I'm gonna throw the weed spray here. Just to kill a 2-2. It's a 1-for-1. It's not bad. There's that. Dancers? Yeah. I would have liked one to hit here, unfortunately did not. There's Undying Pharaoh. It's not bad. I guess we'll just deal with this. We have a lot of late game. We kind of want to keep our health up for the wannabe hero. Undying Pharaoh is a really good turn 6 play. We're going to want him in lane 4. I usually want him in lane 4. Lawnmower there. That's okay. A free-to-play Brain Freeze deck. I'll work on it. It'll be a Brain Freeze Gravestone deck. Yeah, I can make one of those eventually. I'm going to be putting out Super Brains, and you can basically just copy the Super Brains deck. Just add in, Brain Freeze, more Brain Freeze cards. We're going to go with this here. Do we want to do the Undying Pharaoh? It'll die to Berry Blast this way. I think we're just going to do this. Undying Pharaoh. Staying alive. It's called Staying Alive. Probably go with the Rodeo next turn. Rodeo can really protect the Undying. What is this? Give this man a Pine Clone would be so good here. Bloom Ring. Ouch. Taking a lot of damage. The wannabe hero just doesn't have any health left. Maybe this deck could have some, it's possible healers, medics would actually be good in this deck. Here's this. It's a little late, though. This would be nice. This actually might be a really solid play here. We have to not take 3 damage this turn, though. Yeah, I guess we'll do that, like, next turn. Boomerang is gonna hit us. Actually, we have the Undying Pharaoh. He's alive and well, so we'll see if this gets squashed or something here. No play. We're actually pretty scot-free for now. I think I'm just gonna keep the health up on this. We're definitely not gonna die here. And this is gonna... I think we'll just go like this. This is fine. So as long as we can keep this Undying Pharaoh alive, we're gonna be good to go. The wannabe hero is kind of sad. It only has 2 health now. There's a block. Strength. No, not yet. We'll use that when it really makes a big difference. So of course, Undying Pharaoh prevents us from dying there. Give this man an answer. I think we're gonna try to play that out. Okay. Desperate. Wow, didn't even hit this. I don't know if that's good for us or what. Let's see here. The coffee zombie is really good. I think we might go with this and the coffee. Yeah, this looks fine. The Deadbeard's gonna be a 1-2 frenzy. So weird. It looks fine. Don't even need these to explode. Cherry bomb. Okay. And need some damage here. Does he have it? Wait. Really? He just missed lethal. What are you doing, man? Why would you do that? This guy, if he would have killed the Undying Pharaoh, he would have won. What's going on? What is happening? Why would you do that? Okay, that was really weird. Okay. We're gonna need 6 damage this turn. This adds 3. That was so weird. Why? I guess this is the play. Well, Bomb Sumo looks good. Yeah, let's just try to hit him and kill him this turn. Bomb Sumo. Okay. We can also plus strength the Sumo if something doesn't work out here. Barrel of Deadbeards. What? Just missed lethal. What is going on? Whoa! Hold on! Explosion time! Boom! 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 Everything's dying. Okay, now this is here. Oh, that's good. Now we can actually win this turn. I guess we're gonna have to leave it down to the block meter. Here's Sumo. I think we're gonna leave it to the block meter here. Hopefully we'll be able to get him. So we're just gonna do this. This blocks. Just need to hit him for the 6 damage. We couldn't have set up a second one there, could have we? Nah. Plus power, there's no point. So again, if he rolls a 3, he wins. If not, then we win. Don't roll a 3! Don't roll a 3! Yes! Alright. Wow. That was a sad game. What just happened? That was so weird. That was a really strange game. I'm actually going to do one more with this deck here. Give you maybe a little better representation of what this can do. That was so weird. Irresponsible berry blasting is right. This man, he could have caught the Undying Pharaoh. I'm going to show you one more with this deck. Alright, here's Z-Mech. Let's be the Z-Mech Tempo deck. So we're really looking for a newspaper or early or a Deadbeard. Come on. Oh, there's Deadbeard. Ooh, we have the combo. I wonder if keeping 2 Valkyries is smart here. There's going to be a lot of minions dying. I think 2 is too many. We're going to keep 1. And oh, second Deadbeard. Oh, This is so great. There's gonna be spontaneous explosions here. I think we're actually going to super on 1. Let's see what our opponent does. Probably just pass. I think we're gonna do this. This is 6 damage. This maybe will work in with this whole combo eventually, but it's fine. We're just gonna do 6 damage off the bat. It's so unreliable to actually hit minions with that power. So it's just gonna be Deadbeard here. There's Newspaper! Oh, it's so good! Newspaper is actually a better play now. Oh man. Hopefully our opponent makes... Oh, that's fine. We can... Oh, what do we do? Wait, we want this to... No! Yikes. We can kill this already, and this will be set up for... Ooh, Camel Cross! Ooh, that looks fine. Do we just... What do we do here? It's kind of sad Camel Crossing this thing. Whoa, I don't even know what to do. Do we just let this die? We could Camel Cross this. We can actually super and I think we're actually going to save the dead. I know we're kind of foregoing on a couple of Deadbeards here, but I think killing this and Camel Crossing is actually our best play. It's going to turn this into a 9-3. This will be a 3-5. This is really good. We'll get a chance to use the Deadbeards. Transmogrify, that's okay. Come on, turn into another newspaper. Into a toxic waste. Perfect. Okay. I actually couldn't have Camel Crossed there anyway. Hopefully we'll see a play that's not... there's a Weed Spray. There's no point in Deadbearding it. We'll say, you know, these are going to come in handy. Our opponent's going to make a dry play eventually. Hammer. Right? There's Valkyrie. No, still no play. So I'll make a video, you know, of a lot of these decks, especially Professor Pay-to-Win and stuff like that. I'll be making some videos at some point. This is going to trigger the first one. Pretty sure this is good, and we're gonna try to... Well, I think we're actually going to double here. Kind of want both of these to spawn. Our opponent's going to probably... I don't know. We'll see if they make a play. Oh, there's that. So much damage. Go. Alright. They're ready to explode. They're actually going to kill this thing, unfortunately. Maybe one, actually. There's another one. It's going to be crazy. This is going to be utter insanity. Wait, it's going to hit. Third Deadbeard? Why not? The Valkyrie is going to become insane here. This is going to die. Do we do the third Deadbeard here? Is this too weird? No, wait. We can move this. Wait, we can do... Is there a better play? What do we do here? We're gonna... No, these are all post facto. I think we're actually gonna do that. Yeah, this is a little safer. We can actually Camel Cross... this is okay, and a freeze. Freezing that one. The Weed Spray looks good here. Now what do we do? What to move? We want to move something to lane 1. I think we're gonna Weed Spray this anyway. Let's move this to lane 1. That's fine. We do Weed Spray here. Yep. This is gonna survive. Yeah, now everything survives. That's fine. I'm actually happy he killed the 2-2, which was gonna die this turn anyway. We'll Camel Cross next turn. And the Valkyries. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. Okay, here we go. This will just deal with this. You know, Power Flower is gonna hit us even one more time after this turn. The reason I want this in lane 1 is because I really would like this to hit already. This one's gonna be hitting for 4. That's for 2. Now it's just gonna be Valkyrie Camel Cross. Couldn't see anything else. There's Fireworks. There's no need for that. Wait, we could Fireworks Valkyrie Camel Cross just to make the Valkyrie stronger and have a 3/3 instead of a. Well, he can't really. Rose can't really deal 1 damage. Yeah, I think we're actually gonna. Well, we can. This is actually a combo. Yeah, we'll save that combo just in case we need it for later. Okay, we'll do this and Camel Cross this turn. And actually, this way, right? This way, this Deadbeard will survive. This is fine. We still have the combo in our hands. Goatify. All right. Goat for the win. I actually see Goat for the win here. And here's a Wintermelon. And Beans. 2-1. The Goat might win. I actually don't Camel Cross. We actually want this to die here so we can make another play next turn. Come on, Goat. You can do it, Goat. Come on, rolling up 1, and no! Go just missed lethal! Ah! Okay, freeze, that's alright. That's alright. What's in the box? We need 1 damage. We need 1. There's a bomb. I think we just play all this. We can actually do all this and, no, and not and Camel Cross. Let's do the combo. It'll remove this thing. It'll remove our 2 creatures, but I think it's still worth it. Camel Cross, eh. Do we want to remove these? There are 2 valuable creatures on the board here. Playing 3. We could just bomb. No, I'm doing this. We want to remove the, don't want to get Jolly Hollied or anything like that this turn. Oh wait, no, we're not going to have time. Hurry. Hurry, no, we ran out of time in our play there. Come on, man. Okay, just Camel Cross, I guess, this turn. We need 1 damage. Oh, come on. Playing the bomb there would have been so good. Gravestone. There's Lawnmower. And freeze. Okay, that's alright. We can do this with the... and beans. Alright, bean deck. So close. We ran out of time there on our last play. We're going to be able to do the bomb with the Camel Cross, so the bomb will actually survive. Just give us 1 more minion here. Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's perfect. Wow, this is... couldn't have been better, actually. We'll just do it like... it doesn't even matter where. You know, if this gets hits, it spawns a Swabby, which wins. Squashing that. Very smart. But again, with 4 Sun, be able to deal with these 2, it's not going to happen. Alright, so that's the Z-Mech deck. It's pretty good. Is it the best deck of all the ones in this list? Probably not, but it's this is a decent deck. It definitely has its moments. The splash damage of this deck is ridiculous, just in terms of, you know, dealing with other decks that are running small creatures, like especially mushrooms and stuff like that. Alright, here's the final one. It is Neptuna. Neptuna, Gravestone Neptuna. It's good on a very low level. This is a high level one. We're actually running a lot of super rares, Line Dancers, and the Gravebusters, and it's the Tomb Raisers, I mean, and of course at the end all the legendaries we had for the finishers. We're gonna get rid of a lot of this late game though. 2, 3 now. We really need some more early game. This is a tempo deck. I guess it's gonna be 2, 3, 4. Doesn't look like we're gonna get anything better now. It'd be really nice. It's obviously good in this to try to start off with Headstone Carver and a 2-drop Gravestone, but I guess that was not a possibility. Fishy Imp is actually quite good against Green Shadow. Doesn't really have that many ways of dealing with it, unless it's Electric Read, which would be sad. I have seen a lot of Electric Reads recently, so which makes this play not as good. How do you defeat Gravestone Neptuna? The answer is make a nice, overall strong, aggressive deck. So again, on the plant side, the decks in this series, you know, this will be over in the plant video, that can defeat this deck would be Tempo Grass Knuckles, the Nightcap one, sometimes even the Freeze decks can, even though it's not a great matchup. We're gonna go with this, the Strike Through, and we're gonna try to Tomb Raiser next turn. So in terms of the block, I'm probably gonna just put this in lane 2. Ooh. Blocking it with a Torchwood and a P. Okay. The Frenzy on Line Dancer is really good. Growing that. Growing what? The one in the back. And no, the one at the front. That's weird. This could have been Smelly Zombie. For all our opponent knew. Alright, so depending on what the block meter does, that's how we're really going to determine where to put our Tomb Raiser. Tomb Raiser is probably going to end up in... no, wow, we roll like double ones there. What do we do? I don't even know what... The play here actually is not going to be Tomb Raiser anymore. We actually have a better play. It's going to be using the Sumo to drag this here, Frenzy this. We also could Weed Spray. Well, no, we can't do that together. This is still the better... This is actually a better play than Tomb Raiser. We're going to be able to Frenzy. You might Frenzy the Line Dancing Zombie. Line Dancing Zombie does so much damage when it's frenzied. So much damage. There's that. Freezing. This one. Okay. Weed Spray would have been nice. We're going to move this before it grows. We're going to move it here. The question is, do we Frenzy here? Could just let the Line Dancer loot. You know what? We're going to Weed Spray next turn. I think Frenzying this is... Well, what are we going to do together with the Weed Spray? Definitely going to Weed Spray next turn, and we want to kill this one. We could just Frenzy the Sumo. We could just not Frenzy at all. I think I'm going to Frenzy this. I think keeping this alive. We're going to Weed Spray almost for sure next turn. I could really use a nice little This is 3, 4, 5. We could really use a 2-drop here to go along with this. A Swashbuckler would be amazing here, or a Sumo. Even a Fishy Imp would be fine. What's in the box? Super? Freeze. Okay, freezing that one. Alright. Trying to prevent the pressure, but we have our opponent down to 10 with an empty block meter already. There's that. Oh, we're 1 off. Okay, we'll do this later. It's just gonna be Weed Spray this turn. Yep, Weed Spray value. More Weed Spray value. Oh, what a Weed Spray. Running 3 copies of Weed Spray in this deck, as well as in most of our Hardy decks. Running at least 2 copies of Weed Spray, usually 3, and you know, just because of that, it has such value sometimes. And down to 3, we need 1 thing to hit, including this line dancing zombie that's on the board. There's our Swashbuckler. It's a little late. We're just gonna go with this just to create another. You know, we're gonna have 4 minions on the board that can create lethal. So it's gonna need a whole bunch of consecutive beans, and a way to remove this. I mean, she just needs either winter squash and freeze or bouncing bean to remove this. I think that's the only way that Green Shadow can prevent this 3 damage, the strike through 3 damage from hitting here. So, and yep, that's the game, folks. That is the ball game, and that's Gravestone Neptuna. It's a great deck. You can make it again. If you don't have all the legendaries and super rares, get rid of them. Just put more gravestones into this deck. Just fill the whole deck with gravestones, and this is a great deck. You're trying to start off with Headstone Carver on 1, but you know, getting a Headstone Carver inserted in the middle is definitely works. So, alright, that will conclude this video. We have gone through every single hero. All the plants was in the last video. This is going to be all the zombies now. We've just gone through, and this is going to be the best decks here for New Year's in the game right now for each and every hero. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Alright, this is Fry.